Hello everyone, and welcome to part 1 of the Empire campaign in Warhammer 3. When we're playing as Karl Franz, I'm using the SFO overhaul mod, which I haven't played in a long time. I haven't played Warhammer for a long time either, which is why we're starting off as Karl Franz. It was a relatively straightforward campaign, I think, in vanilla. Looking at the Lord and faction effects, obviously SFO have changed a lot of stuff. So we've got dispatches Imperial Adjutants. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. Diplomatic relations plus 25 for the Empire, which is really good. 25% prestige gain from battles, plus 5 recruit rank for lords, and plus 5 melee defense for Empire units, which is pretty good. Allied armies faction wide. So I guess that just means any allies that you have that have Empire units, they get plus 5 melee defense. That would make sense. And then plus 10% upkeep to a bunch of units, which is really good. We'll certainly be having halberdiers and crossbows. And then Karl Franz himself can replenish in neutral territory, which is pretty unique. That's quite a cool thing. I don't remember that being in vanilla, or certainly not for Karl Franz. Plus 100% character experience gain per turn. That's for any characters in province. Minus 20% upkeep for Reichsguard and Great Swords, which will come in handy because we'll be getting plenty of them. Passive ability Guardian, which does what? Plus 50% physical resistance. That's pretty neat for Reichsguards and Great Sword units. And then we get plus 10 charge bonus for everybody. Yeah, so like I said, I haven't played in a long time. We are going to play on Legendary and battle difficulty very hard. So it looks like SFO have changed things to sort of put their little twist or their own spin on the difficulty. So we suffer -2 control now for Legendary, when in vanilla I think it was -8. But AI get -50% recruitment and construction costs. They get plus 50% research rate and an additional 10 growth every turn. And then also the battle difficulty. I don't actually know, I believe this is SFO that have done this. I don't know if it is CA that have made the changes since. If anyone could let me know, that would be good. But the battle difficulty, now the AI get plus 30% melee weapon damage and charge bonus, which is really nasty, and plus 40% reload time reduction as well. So that's gonna be pretty bad when we're coming up against, well, anyone really, but orcs with the melee damage. You've got Bretonnians for the charge bonus, and probably the elves or something like that for the reload time reduction. We're going to keep all the endgame scenarios on, see what happens, whichever one triggers. It's going to trigger between 100 and 150 turns into the game, and we're going to keep these on. These are just default. I haven't really messed about with these. Yeah, so that's enough chatting. Let's get stuck in. As I said, it's been a long time since I played Warhammer 3 and SFO. So if anyone wants to give me any advice, that would be more than welcome. We'll see how we get on with Karl Franz. There are so many factions and lords now, so there's always a possibility for more campaigns. I did quite like the look of I forget her name now, the corn woman. Valkyra, I think, is it something like that? She looks pretty cool. Anyway, Karl Franz for now.
Men of the Empire, to unite.
We will skip that. So how they play, we use prestige, which we can build up through battles and things, that's fine. We make the choices, so we get the Imperial Authority. Obviously we don't want to go into the negative, because we get some really nasty negatives. And obviously the more we get, the more positives we get. And I'm mainly looking at the upkeep, the control and the growth there, which is pretty good. And then we also have wrest control of the Empire's state capitals through intrigue or war to install your own elector counts, receive benefits such as elector count, state troops and other bonuses. Pretty cool. So here's Altdorf. Obviously it's a massive settlement. We've got 5k to start with, 3,000 per term, which is pretty good income. So straight away we're just gonna upgrade Altdorf.
I am Prince
And we have the man himself with Dragon Tooth. Plus 5 control in local province, that's pretty good. So we've got a unit great swords, 2 swordsmen, unit of halberdiers, 2 handgunners, Reichsguard and a mortar. I think that's changed because you didn't used to get great swords, I don't think, with Franz in vanilla. And you also got a unit of handgunners and crossbows, I think. Or you might have got 2 handgunners actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, great swords I think were more with what's his face? I've completely forgotten his name. The metal guy.
It is time.
Balthazar Gelt, that was it. Oh, took me a second there.
As is my
Yeah,
right
he gets
by
some great swords.
Sigmar's crown.
Okie doke. So obviously, initially we'll be looking to consolidate Reichland, capture all these. Helmgart can be an issue. It's got a decent garrison by the time we get there, depending on what armies pop up in the meantime. That can be awkward sometimes. So before we get into any battles, let's have a quick look at the technology. There's a lot of one-off purchases here. I don't know if you can get them all. Oh, there you go. Only one minor deity can be chosen from the group. So we'll look at them when the time comes. And yeah, straight off the bat, we're going to go with rebates, 10% control, 10 plus 10 plus 10 growth, sorry, and plus 2 control. So that'll negate the difficulty. Republic order straight away. And let's have a quick look at diplomacy.
What?
So I think we just want to try and stay friends with every sort of every province, every nation or whatever within the empire. Nation within the empire. I don't know if that works.
Empire's blessing. Yes.
Let's just go through, see if we can get some trade
Very well.
and some money from everyone.
Welcome, my countrymen.
I suppose we don't need military access with them just yet.
Sigma's. It is good to
But this is
see
looking
fellow
much
sons of
much
the
easier to
Empire
get
this day. Empire's
non-aggression and
blessing,
trade
yes.
with the empire factions.
By Sigma.
In vanilla, I remember this was quite a tricky thing,
Agreed.
was to get non-aggressions.
I will listen, but my time
Whereas it
is
seems to be
short.
just
Right.
dishing them out willy-nilly here.
Yes.
So that's good for
my
us.
countrymen. Right.
I probably could have waited for
Welcome, my countrymen. Yes.
one of the
Yes.
an objective
You're
or
not
task you
waste
get, don't you? We won't do anything in Marienburg because at some point I would like to take them. Because Marienburg is an insane province to have.
Who called?
It's
Welcome, my
a real money
countrymen.
maker, I think.
So be it.
It certainly was back in the old vanilla days.
Empire's unity is the surest
I will
shield
pay that
against
just so we
our
can boost up
Sigmar's will.
our relations with Balthazar. We're also at war with Kazrak. He's somewhere, I think he starts somewhere north in Midland. Obviously we're friendly with Luon Leoncoeur, but again he might be one that I look to take out at some point.
To war.
Karazikarak doesn't want trade.
They are friends of
They
Kislev.
also don't want trade.
Darkness.
And I'll be looking to break
Such
treaties with these
insolence.
after 10 turns.
I
Otherwise that'll
am
bolster my
glad.
relations with the other Empire factions. Okay, so that's diplomacy done. Also encountered the orcs over here somewhere.
By the comet.
Right, let's just get stuck straight into the battle.
War calls.
We could all resolve it That's a pretty easy battle, but we'll fight it as it's the first battle of the campaign. It should be a relatively easy one. We outnumbered them, we also have cavalry and mortars. I'm interested to see how the AI buffs kick in though, with us playing on very hard. So let's just sit the handgunners on the right. We'll form a line here. Mortars behind, and then cavalry on the left. And then I think we'll move them up just a little bit.
Show us the foe. Take the ground.
Mortars have already started firing, they've got really good range, so that's fine. Target the crossbows. And we'll get our cavalry to swing around and take out the crossbows. I mean, they don't actually need to go that far really, do they? Let's just go that way. I'm sure loads of people know that already, but to sort of draw where you want your men to go, if you just hold shift and then right click and drag, basically they'll follow that road. Right, so it looks like, Jesus Christ, the handgunners have obliterated that pikeman unit. Halberdiers, hopefully the swordsmen will charge into the halberdiers. They should get some sort of bonus for like bracing as their defensive unit. Cavalry's just going to charge straight into them now. Mortars can shoot at the pikemen that's routing. Let's charge into them. And we'll get the great swords to charge those pikemen. Pikemen? Have they been renamed, or are they in the unit? Because I think they used to be called spearmen. Let's have a quick look. I can't tell if they're just a new unit or they've just had their spears extended. They look pretty cool. Alright, so crossbowmen gone now as well. So this is looking pretty good. So far it's not too bad. We don't want to engage with the pikemen though, so let's... Who are those guys? Pikemen. Try and capture the pikemen before they regroup. Can run them down. Let's get the great swords into them. They're right as well, so that's good. And we'll just reform the line there, I think. Get you guys to shoot them. And we'll get Karl Franz to charge Helmut Ludenhof. They're picking all them off. Yeah, they're done for. Pull them back now. So that's pretty good all in all. Not taking that many losses. Helmut's done for there. We'll just chase everyone else down with the cav. Right, this is over now, so we'll just fast forward. We'll just chase them down. I want to make sure that this army dies. I think it does anyway, being the first army that you fight in the campaign, but we'll just make sure. Yeah, that'll do. So we lost 23 and they lost 573. It's not too bad. Great swords and the Reichsguard doing most of the work there. Well, the mortars and the handguns did a fair amount as well. I was never keen on handgunners as they need line of sight. Well, sort of non-obstructed line of sight. So even though crossbows could fire overhead and things, I don't think handgunners can. They certainly couldn't before. And obviously we saw that they are really good when they do have visibility. But I just always preferred crossbows. But we'll keep them for now. See how we get on. So I think we'll just replenish. It's only a few, isn't it? But we like to keep them as like the
Bring me to
numbers
my
as
men.
high as possible. It looks like we've fully replenished there, so that's good. So have a quick look. So we've got regiments of renown. Obviously, we can't hire any yet until level 10.
Now,
Balthazar? Carfran, sorry. Hasn't ranked up yet. We do have the Elector Count State Troops. And the Imperial Foot Knight. That definitely looks like a new unit. But they do sound pretty cool. The Foot Reichsguard. I'm assuming they're a new unit. The unit card looks quite different to these. Please let me know if that's wrong. And then I'm assuming, obviously, the rest are all from other states. That's pretty cool. And then obviously we get swordsmen, pikemen. Yeah, so they've just been renamed, I think. I'm sure they're always called spearmen. Free Company Militia and Empire Archers. So we'll take Grunberg this turn and hire some swordsmen. That's
I
probably
see
a
no other option.
good thing. Oh, will we? Don't want some more range. Not sure yet. So again, we could auto-resolve. Casualties low. We've got 3 swordsmen, 3 pikemen and a crossbow. But we'll fight it again. As it's the first sort of minor settlement battle. Oh, but it says the enemy's actually sallied out. That's interesting. I don't remember that being a feature in vanilla. So I wonder if they've updated it since then, or again if this is something to do with SFO. But that's quite neat. And it looks like they're just formed in a massive line. So they've got crossbows on that side, so we'll put the cavalry on that side. And we'll try and pull the pikemen in so the cav can get at them.
What do you bid? For the Emperor!
And then we'll also just do the same, although our line is slightly smaller. But Karl Franz can hold the left on his own
Gate troops! Ready!
with the support of the handgunners.
Sigmar calls!
Yeah, I think that'll be right. Is that a bit of a hill? Sort of. We'll take it.
Mortar!
Right.
Shields up!
Handgunners can start shooting straight away. And Cav will just get you charging around. We'll fast forward a bit. Just so we're not waiting. So it does look like the crossbows are already trying to shoot at us, which isn't good. I didn't think they'd actually turn that quick. Let's try and run round, avoid the pikemen, and get a charge off. Although it doesn't like we are going to be able to. Oh no, we are. Right, let's go. Charge straight in there, hopefully avoid the pikemen. It's a pretty good charge. I love the charging in this game. The Warhammer games are phenomenal for that. Just send everybody flying. Right, then we'll pull away now. Did a lot of damage in that charge. Didn't actually kill many, but did a lot of damage to the health of the unit. Right. So we've got many, or quite a few units charging us here. So we'll charge down now. And then meet them. Send the halberdiers down as well to help the cav. What are we doing over here? Not too bad. Oh, that was perfect. Looks like the swordsman got caught by the great swords, and now they're just point blank and obliterated. That's good. We keep shooting them. You shoot them. You guys can chase them down. Forgot about my cav. Let's pull them back. You guys focus on that unit. Right, let's charge them in there. They're still within range, so they can get a few more kills on them. That'd be good. You guys chase them down. Right. Swordsman, they're taking a bit of a beating there,
We
but
are Sigma's heirs.
you know, charging in, trying to help them out a bit. That's a poor charge actually. Stop that. Go this way. Get a rear charge on the pikemen.
Mortar!
Do seem to be sort of killing our own men to the point where they have just routed.
Artillery!
God, they did take a bit of a beating there. Right, let's run them round.
Swordsmen.
Right, they've killed them.
By Karl
So we don't actually need to worry about chasing down because this is a settlement siege, isn't it? I forgot about that. So let's pull them back.
Moving now!
Quick march! Our steeds are restless.
So the mortars are doing most of the work anyway.
Swordsmen!
It's fine. I imagine the swords unit will rally. There we go. So we can just spin them around. Mortars keep shooting at them. Cavalry can ride that unit down.
We are Sigma's heirs!
Right, let's move you three at the front.
Take the ground!
Pikemen are broke. Everyone else is shattered, I think, so that's good. We'll just wait for the pikemen to shatter. We are getting shot at by their crossbows still. Alright, we'll just charge pikemen now. Mortars, you can cease firing. There we go. Job's a good one. We don't need to bother. So we did take a few more losses there. Handgunners and great swords getting over 100 kills there. That was really good. 73 losses and they lost 642. So that's pretty good. I can already see the battle difficulty, the buffs that the AI get, having an impact. So I imagine this will be much more difficult the later, or in the later stages of the campaign. But it could certainly be a challenge, which is good. What do we want to do? I think we'll just occupy. So, Helmut is dead.
Summon the Elector Counts!
Franz is ranked up.
Who calls?
So what have we got? Oh, that looks interesting. Military heritage, I haven't seen that one before. So, Route Marcher, 5%. Only 5, I thought it used to be 10. Or Hold the Line. Which isn't bad for a passive ability. +5 leadership, +5 melee defense. But we probably want to go down this road. I mean, obviously you get the lightning strike, which is, I think, more common now for people to take. Obviously you get the replenishment and the upkeep. Although saying that, it's not actually that good, it's only 6%, it's better than nothing. But then the headhunter gives you another 4% upkeep. Minus 4% upkeep. A reduction and a +5 campaign movement range. So it's not terrible. Or we could just make him... I think unconventionally what I'm actually going to do is... Oh no, because I'm thinking at the start +5%, will it make that much of a difference? Because it's going to take 2 turns to get to that. You should still be able to travel there between a turn. So yeah, we'll play it a bit differently. Let's go hard to hit. And let's just make him a bit tankier, since the AI has all of those bonuses. And we can get three units. So I think we'll get 2 swords and an Empire Archer. The cost in the upkeep is relatively cheap. so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And obviously we bolstered our income by 500 roughly per turn with the trade agreements that we got, so that's good.
Bring me to my
And
men.
I don't think there's anything else we can do this turn, so let's end turn. We'll see if we can fit in the battle for Ubersreich in this episode as well, depending on what happens. Because let's say it'll take another turn to get towards the edge of the border, and then a second turn from now will be when we attack it. Oh, what's this? In the top left panel you can find a new button that has many options to customize and tailor the game. Interesting. I'm sort of learning the mod as I'm showing it. Ah, right, okay. So it just shows you obviously the difficulties and the effects. That's pretty neat. As it's the first one, I'm going to leave it. Time to turn the tides. Just as default. I'll have a further look at it. I probably should have looked at that beforehand, but never mind.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Right. Yeah, so like I say, it's going to be 2 turns. But they are building an army as well, which is slightly concerning.
I refuse.
Hans Frankenwerter.
No.
So Ubersreich has a training field. So we'll probably get rid of that in Altdorf. But we'll keep it this turn.
I command here.
So we can get 2 more swords and an Empire Archer. Let's have another flick through
Come then.
diplomacy.
So, approaches.
Get any more trade.
What? By
Anyone
six?
feeling
Sigma.
particularly diplomatic?
Yes. All right. Welcome.
Hochlands are down to 1 straight away. Christ, it's only turn 2
It is time. Greetings.
and they're already being killed.
I am the blood of Gilles.
That's not what I'm meant to do. Where's Kislev? Do they want trade yet?
And that. What bring?
The Boca
The Ice
Palace.
Court? No. Okay. Yeah, on turn 2, Hochland have already been... Where are they? Crudenwald has been taken out from the Brass Keep. What is that? The Fecundits? The Fecundites?
By Sigma.
Dirk van Blount. You might be in trouble, son. Right, could be a tricky one there. Right, I think...
I am France.
Yeah, we'll end
They
turn
will obey.
again. See what happens. But I may save the battle of Ubersreich. For part 2, it looks like Kazrak has just raised the settlement there. Ah, I wasn't expecting that.
My order agrees.
And we've got a battle with it as well, that's good. That
No.
is some name as well.
Not possible.
Richter von Puppelshit. Puppelshit. I don't know how you say that.
Not likely. By Sigma. No.
Ubersreich has actually got a semi-decent garrison. Obviously, these ones aren't at full health, I'm assuming, is what the mod adds. So they wouldn't be in vanilla. But it's a relatively strong garrison, even though some are depleted.
I'll ignore
And then
that.
he's got an army of 13, as well as
Unworkable.
another hero,
Bring me to my men.
and we only have 15. But are they both? Well, he's
I
recruiting,
can't.
so that might be tricky.
Not.
But anyway, we'll leave that until part 2 then. So we'll end here, and then part 2 will start with the battle for Ubersreich. So, thank you all for watching.